Good morning and welcome back to Alan's Allotment. We had a bit of rain last night and very welcome indeed. However, it's not the weather for doing this, and we're forecast for a lot of rain later today and all day tomorrow. So I'm going to try and get as much done on this as I can. The hotspot tape has finally arrived, or rather it hasn't. I ordered some more and that actually came the next day, so yeah, there we go. I'm still waiting for the other one. It must be coming from China or something. So what I done, I had to think about this, and I got myself this bad lad here. And this is a 19 millimeter auger bit. Really substantial wood bit. And what I did is I've drilled down the full depth of this one. And as you can see, I've now got the legs that was protruding on this polytunnel sunk right down flush with the scaffolding board, which means I can now tease this over slightly, a couple of holes in it and some screws into this framing and down into the top of the scaffolding boards like we did with that one. But that one just came and the rail was on the bottom like this. Now yes, I could have modified it, drilled some holes out and put just dropped the rail down, but by sinking the legs into holes inside the scaffolding board, I'm thinking, because this is only an 18mm frame, it's going to give it a lot more support. So I've bought myself some more laths, and we're going to try and make this as rugged as we can so that it will last a few years at least. Even if this the cover isn't up to much, we'll use it to start with. We can always replace that because we've got plenty of easy access all around the polytunnel if we need to. Right, so there we have it. Now last week I didn't video, I actually covered all of this area with cardboard as well, and threw the 20 bags of compost out of the car in here to hold it down, because I knew the grass would be growing like this and I didn't want to have to fight against that as well. So we've got it covered, and basically it'll keep this grass in bay while we, plus the cardboard's got a good soaking as well now. So here you can see now, we've now got the framing screwed down with 2 screws into the scaffolding boards and 2 in each cross member on the bottom. So basically all we need to do now is I'm going to put a couple of these 16-foot substantial laths. I'm going to attempt to anyways, as a cross member between this one and the roof truss. I'm going to try to put one down here and one down here either. So we're going to have to make some framing, I don't know, with 2x2s, 3x2s, whatever we've got, and for later on when I'm going to put some doors in, and we'll have the doors meshed like we've done with this one here, and then we can put a plastic coat on the outside in winter if we have to, and take all of the plastic off to let the air through, but keep some of the insects out of here as well. Right, so I'm trying, if possible, to build this polytunnel single-handed to see if it can be done. So I've brought a friend along with me, and you might find one of these handy if you're trying to do this job. So I've got my ladder, and there's my friend, and all it is a clamp basically. And what I've done is I've marked, we've marked on the other side of the actual frame here, we've marked 2 foot from the centre rail down to here, and then I get up and clamp it at one end till I can get 1 screw in there. Then we go to the other end and do the other end, and then we come back on the middles, but we put 2 screws in across this lat by the time we finished. Right, I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to be able to spend on this. It's been raining the whole time, but basically I've achieved mostly what I need to do, and we now have the rails in across the tops. We've got a cross member between those, tying the ridge together tight, and then we've got these 2x2 2x2 posts up and screwed into the top of that as well. Likewise at that end and that end, and I'm also going to put one in the middle across there, because it's the back and this end that if we get the winds, they're mostly southerly coming this way or northerly coming that way, so they'll just help to make the ends of the polytunnel really substantial. Right, so I'm just having myself a well-earned cup of coffee. I've actually done quite well, a bit more than I thought I would, and the rain, although it's been constant, has only been very light. Now, I really want to get cracking on with getting the cover on, but if the rain will ease off and stay off for half an hour, that means I can dry off these poles and get the hotspot tape on. And then I may just may get the cover on today as well. Alright guys, either I came up with a brainwave or I'm completely brainless. Probably the latter. It's absolutely pouring down, and I've just been out. You can probably see it all coming down over there, and you can see the droplets on the metal under the polytunnel perhaps. Well, what I've done is I thought, how the heck am I going to get this hotspot tape attached to that in this? So what I did, I found some capillary matting that I use for the seedlings, and as you can see, that was the last piece I've just had to use, and it's a little bit wet where I done the last wipe, and you can see it's soaked up all of the water and made a really good job of drying off the metal frames so that I could attach the hotspot tape. So we're on the home stretch. I'll have 5 minutes and then I'll see if we can't get the cover on. This is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. You guys can have a laugh at my expense. Let's see if we can get this done single-handed. Because this is going to be a door and it's going to be made with a plastic sheet anyways. So all I wanted to do was basically get it fixed. Right, that was a bit of a kerfuffle, and I hope I haven't bored the pants off you, but what a struggle that was. Right guys, there we have it. Finally done and dusted and secured. So what we've done, I need to trim the end off this lat. Basically, we screwed a lat the full length, we pulled down on the tunnel itself, and of course doing it single-handedly as usual, I had to start in the middle and pull down, drive a screw in. So I put the screws in the wood so I didn't have to fight, and what I've done was I pulled down with one hand and drilled in, moved along, pulled down one hand and done that all the way around. So we've now got it battened down along this side. I haven't got the back done yet, and we've got it battened down right along this side, doing the same thing. Now it's not skin tight, and ideally this would have been done on a hot warm day to let all the creases come out with it, but it's not bad actually. So we've got it all done. We need to trim this edge off as well, and then we've got some buttons across the front like we said we would, and I've now made a door in here and buttoned across there, because that would be a weak point between the top of here and down here. So we've also lathed across the top, so we've got laths all round where we've cut the joint, And now we just need to make a door. And yeah, I'm quite pleased with the day's work. As you can see, it's not skin tight, it's a little bit loose, but what we can do is wait for a hot day. We can wait until the plastic relaxes, unscrew the buttons when there's no wind, and then we can pull it tight again, tighten up in hot weather, so that when cold weather comes, it should be pretty much skin tight. Not a minute too soon, guys. I don't know if you can hear that rain. Now, it has been raining all the time, but it's now getting really heavy, and it was forecast for heavy rain for the rest of today and tomorrow. It should give the ground a good soaking, save me watering the garden and the tatties, but no good when you want to do jobs like this. At least it's up, it's covered, and I'm going to have a cup of coffee, and then I can hopefully make the door, find enough timber to make the door inside that polytunnel, keeping dry. Right, there we have it, finally finished. We've got a door made now. Whoop. Sorry guys, we've got a door made now, clear perspex sheet, door frame made and everything, and you're probably wondering what they are. And the same on the other end. Well, that's to tie my bird scarers across the top, because I don't want them doing with this tunnel what they're doing with the last one. Best piece of advice I can give anybody is, if you're building a polytunnel, don't do it in pouring down rain. Don't be an Allen. I've just beat it, guys. Where there's a will, there's a way. I must be mental. I think tomorrow we'll be having a day at home doing absolutely nothing. I'm fairly confident this is secure now, guys. I did get the back lat on there as well, so it's basically got all its lats on, and it's got these uprights as well, even on the back, which is acting as two purposes, one for the flags and the other one to batten down the door frame and hold the plastic on the back as well. And finally, we celebrate. So we now have the bunting flags up as well. I wasn't going to do all of that in this weather and not put those up. I do know that they work, and they've worked on the sheds over in the growing area over there, and they do work, guys. So at least with a bit of luck, nothing's going to jump on that one and rip it to bits. Right guys, sorry if this one's been a long one. I just wanted to get the series finished and then get it all put up there. Now, I don't know whether I'm going to do this in one take, just taking snips from all of the videos, or whether I'm going to put it up in 3 individual videos. We've done it over a period of 3 days basically, so it may come up as 3 videos. As always, guys, wherever you are in the world, please stay safe, be practical, and keep yourselves out of harm's way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video.